Hello guys, this is Pavel Skorop from LaravelDaily Team and YouTube channel Laravel Video, and this is episode number 10 already of daily or almost daily videos. And the thing that I've started getting is comments. I'm starting getting comments on YouTube videos, and this episode is actually the answer to one of the comments, one of the questions by Eugene. Thank you, Eugene, for the question on previous video. The question was, how do I handle a freelance team now? So that thing, LaravelDaily Team, what is it and how do I handle all that thing, and how did I move from being a freelancer to have a small team of developers? So there are multiple things to talk about here, by the way, the whole YouTube channel here is called Laravel Business. So I realized that lately I talk too much about Laravel and too little about business. So I hope that will be a kind of switch of topics a little. So my business here is Laravel Daily Team, which started as a blog. LaravelDaily.com was a personal blog, started back in London. I lived in London for 3 years, and I started freelancing there after work. I worked at a startup, and then I had some free time on evenings and weekends. I started freelancing by Elance and Odesk and people per hour. At first it was really little money, like $10 an hour, $15 an hour, something like that. But it was enough. I didn't have much to do in my free time, so it worked okay. And after half a year or a year, I started being fully booked. So I've been approached by people from there. I've been getting invitations from those systems. And then at some point it merged, Elance and Odesk merged into Upwork, and then it became a huge beast of like a lot of customers and projects potentially. So it started getting, I started getting more money, more revenue, and then I needed some external help. And then I reached out to my, sorry, something with my voice again. Right, so I reached out to my local network. I'm originally from Lithuania, from Baltics, from Central Europe, if you prefer. So I reached to my local network of web developers. I'm pretty active on Facebook and local Facebook groups. And I knew a few people who could use work, and I could use their help, basically Laravel developers. And yeah, so I found a few people that took work from me. At first, there was no intention of business, of some passive income of percentage. I just gave some work to people. Sometimes just gave work without any conditions. Sometimes it came through me, so I was the facing guy for the client, and I share some parts of the projects, like some milestones or some coding parts. So it was different models. But time went by, and then I went back home to Lithuania. Currently, I'm based in Lithuania. I went back to start a family. Now I'm raising a daughter here, so happy return home. And but I still have clients all over the world, so that's a good model to live in your quite small country where living is cheaper than London by far, and then having clients all over the world with like endless possibilities and unlimited budgets including. So yeah, and then after going back home, I rented an office here in Lithuania, in Vilnius. Then we have a small office here, and we have like, it's not the exact amount of how many people. It depends on the amount of projects I have. It's from 3 to 5 basically. And the model stays the same. I get the projects, and then we share the work, share the revenue. I do still write code, less and less, but I still write code, but more. I'm moving more into project manager position. What does that mean actually? I understand the code enough to translate the client's demand, client's request into developer's language. So what should be coded, what should be the structure, what should be the front-end, back-end solutions, what are the options? We discussed it internally in the office, and basically it's that's why it's called a team. It's not an agency. I'm not a totally business guy, some sales department or marketing like account manager or anything like that. I'm part of the team. I'm just closer to the client. I'm closer to the business side, and the guys are closer to the technical side, to technical solutions. But vice versa, I do ask their advice on how to run the business, how to find profitable clients, whether this or that client is viable and will be profitable and will be a win-win situation. So it's a team. So that's probably the main takeaway of how to manage and how to find and how to handle the freelancers. If you want to grow into a team, it's basically communication. It's constant communication between the team. So you need to be a part of the team, you need to be helping them, not only just delegating or throwing the work at them. And then they trust you, then it becomes a mutual relationship, then they understand that they are responsible for the part of the solution, of the technical solution. And if you constantly communicate with them, not micromanaging, not just checking every committed code to the repository, but just constantly raising questions like what went wrong. If something failed, okay, that's fine. I don't blame people, I blame process. So something went wrong in the process. For example, we didn't perform some backup, for example, or we ran out of memory on the server or CPU or something like that. Then we need to move to a bigger plan. Then we need to establish a process how to monitor that. Or if there was a bug, some kind of technical bug, just forgot some code, then what went wrong in preparing the task or testing, or maybe we should use more TDD approach or something like that. So it's a constant communication, constant evolving of both myself as a project manager and a business guy, and them as technical people. It's a joke within our team that from one side I hire them to deliver work for me, but on the other hand, you can safely say that they hire me to bring them the work. So they just deliver the code. They don't care about any sales process, project management, preparation of the tasks, any business stuff. They just deliver the work. So from this point of view, it's actually a team. That's why we don't call it Laravel Daily Agency or any fancy title. That works for now. Maybe we will expand at some point, but not at the moment. It works. What else? What else? How did I manage them? How did I find them? I don't know. I'm trying to answer Eugene's question. I think I've answered that. So you hire people from your local network. That's better than hire just remote people from the same Upwork, because you've built trust before, and they kind of know you. Maybe they're not close friends, and I don't advise to work with close friends. It has some downsides. Maybe then you separate it as not being friends quite often. So yeah, try to hire from your local network, or hire remote people that have reputation, have rating. Actually, that really works well for me on Upwork now, or any freelance job board. I have rating, I have success rate, I have clients like 5-star ratings or whatever it's called on any system. I have comments, I have recommendations, and now I'm getting basically invitations for work. I don't have to pitch that hard these days, but it's like 2 or 3 years went by until I reached that point. So I hope that random train of thoughts will help you in, in switching from being a freelancer to have a small team. And if you have any questions, I can expand in comments, so use YouTube comments for this episode, or you have ideas or questions for the next episodes. And of course, visit our sponsor, our tool for generating Laravel admin panels. It's at quickadminpanel.com. And see you in the next episodes of Laravel Daily Video Channel.